Hello everyone and welcome back to Teacup Tarot. I hope you've all had like a fabulous week and the beginning of September has been really good for all of you. Now I am back with yet another weekly reading, and in this reading we are going to be covering what the next week is going to be like, what's going to happen in your love life and your life in general. Of course, as usual, you have 3 piles in front of you and you can pick out according to the images and according to the feather. So whatever speaks to you. One good way I find when it comes to picking a pile is, if you're not able to decide on the basis of the cards, you can definitely pick 2 piles. There's absolutely no problem with it. But what I like to do is, I like to place my hand above every pile and see which one really calls to me, because I personally feel the right pile sort of makes your hand a little bit warm. That sort of works with me. But take a deep breath, make your choice, and we shall start off then with your very first pile, which is pile 1. Hello and welcome back, and if you have chosen the very first pile, so this is what lies ahead for you. So we are just going to be taking all the cards and placing them so that we can look at them together as a whole. And it's been raining here since morning, and we've also been having a little bit of a thunder situation, so you might hear it in the background. So yeah, coming to your tarot cards, of course, we have the 7 of Cups for you today. We have the Star. And we have Temperance. Really nice. And again, from your flowers, you have the Orchid. My absolute favorite flower for that matter. You also have the Violet. I also have 2 extra cards for relationships, and I also have a self-care card and what do you need to surrender. But because of lack of space, we shall just start off with this. Alright. So we shall start off with your tarot card. So as you begin this week, I believe you have a lot of choices. Or you might just feel like there is a lot you can do this week. There is a lot you can accomplish this week. Also possibly, you are faced with multiple choices and you sort of have to decide between them. But this is like classic situation of your head being stuck in the clouds. Also coupled with that, you have the Star card. Now the Star card is all about hope. It's all about creation. It's all about intuition. It's that beautiful, calm and stable energy. So the sense that I get, especially with the full moon that we recently had, it being in the sign of Pisces, there is still that very dreamy energy with you, where you sort of have a lot of dreams, have a lot of plans, but that sort of execution thing is something you might find that you are lacking a little bit. This could also speak about a certain amount of creativity that is within. Possibly you want to start off a new venture, or you want to start off doing a lot many things. You could also be hustling a lot is what I'm getting here. So definitely it's really nice to consider multiple options, but you need to have a common ground with it, because along with the Temperance card here, there has to be that little bit of balance between your hopes and reality. So you have to strike a balance between what is practical, what is doable, and all of your dreams and expectations. It's always good to have dreams and expectations, but a little bit of reality needs to come in. So you also need to practically apply all the things that you're thinking about. You could also have a lot of ideas with regards to your project, but don't sort of get lost in those ideas is what I'm getting here. Those ideas need to be implemented, so make sure you maintain that balance this week. This also speaks about maintaining a balance between that ebb and flow of life. If you're all action, make sure you're taking that little bit of time to calm down as well, to really arrange your thoughts and decide what that next course of action is going to be into your life. Because the sense I get it, you guys are just going with the flow, and especially with the flow card that we have here, it's all about this week. There's not going to be too much happening. I don't really get a sense that this is going to be a very busy week with you. This is going to be a week where you sort of, are very much in your own emotions is what I'm getting here. And these are beautiful emotions, because I just feel like, for a lot of people, you could be making a new beginning and you're really pumped up, and you now have a lot of hopes for your future is what I'm getting. Along with that, you could also be having this burst of creativity coming in. So if you're being called to create something, if you're being called to garden, if you're being called to, just paint a picture, or just spend some time behind your creative pursuit, so that is something that is really coming this week. So make that time for yourself, because this week is going to be your week. It's going to be about you sort of taking care of yourself. You're not really wanting to do anything concrete, you sort of are going with the flow. All weeks are different. You're not always going to have weeks that are going to be full of energy. You're not always going to have weeks where you're like going to be accomplishing great things every single time. And honestly, weeks like these are also required. But again, a reminder, make sure you maintain that balance between reality and just your perception. Also, another thing that I have is the answers and truths are always within. So possibly all of these options that you're seeking, maybe you want to make a decision when it comes to your life. So don't really look at the solutions outside is what I'm getting, because all of the answers, again, the temperance card, lie within you. So make sure you're looking within. What is it that you want to do next? Where do you want to take your life next? What is the next right step for you? All of the guidance, all of the answers are within. So this week, really take that time out. And also another thing that I'm getting here is you're very unique in terms of the way you want to live your life, or the way you're already living your life. Your life is never going to be compared to somebody else's, because we all first of all have our unique paths, and you are a person, somehow I just get a feeling you want to sort of have your own path in life. You don't really want to walk on a path that everybody takes. So that is also something that I'm really getting here. And by all means, this is sort of a time where you are going to be in this mindset that how do I shape my life next, and which is why you're sort of going with that flow. Another thing that I want to remind you is this week, try and accept yourself for who you are, because you have your monology card as you are good enough. Like I was telling you, you're very unique and you're just perfect in your own skin. So accept yourself that way. If your life is just flowing in a particular direction, let it flow for a while, at least for this week, because that is the kind of energy that is coming in, and you are good enough. You are definitely good enough, and the way you are doing things, the way you're handling things right now in your life, you're doing a good job. So if you're just looking at somebody else and thinking, oh my god, this person is so much more accomplished than I am, or this person is just getting so many things done, we just all have our unique ebbs and flows when it comes to life. We all have a unique energy level. So just go with it. Okay, just make sure you are not losing track of reality at the same time. Alright, so this is what I'm getting in for you. Coming to your romance angels, it is safe for you to love. So this week, really open your heart. Again, with the star card, I get this message of healing. I get this message of deep healing coming in for you guys. Okay. And anytime this deep healing is coming, I just feel like now you're sort of preparing to enter that next phase of your relationship. Even especially for singles, if you've had like a nasty breakup, if you've had a situation in the past that has taken a lot of you, especially with an ex where you've realized you just can't get over it, now I just feel like this week especially you are gonna be healing. So you're entering that healing energy, and you are sort of getting there in that zone of realizing that it's okay to open your heart, and you realize that you are good enough, and the partner you seek, you're gonna get them when the time is right. So you are healing, and you are going to be realizing that it is safe for you to love this week. So it's a very beautiful energy coming in, and again you have the card of warmth. So even when it comes to your relationship, established relationships, I see a sense of healing coming in, especially if you've had a fight, if something has gone wrong. So I just feel that amount of reconciliation. It's like you're coming in together and deciding that, just let's let go of the past. And again, you have a benefit of the doubt here. So you want to give your relationship a chance. You want to give yourself that one more chance to really do well when it comes to relationships, to really thrive when it comes to relationships. So relationship wise, you're healing. In terms of the coming week, it's just going to be a very beautiful week, a very Pisces energy week, if I have to say so. Again, with the water energy, it really makes sense. With the star card as well, it's really making sense. And I think this is a week that you deserve. So just don't really stress out too much about it, but of course, maintain a track of reality. Get up every morning, show up for your day, do that exercises, just be creative. Like, don't sort of become a couch potato, if I have to say it the best way. All right, now coming to the next one, we shall take what you need to surrender this week. Surrender defensiveness. So any walls that you've built up around yourself, you need to surrender. Any false beliefs that you may have had about yourself, you need to surrender. Because again, with the Moonology one, you have good enough. There are times when people criticize us a lot in life. There are times when people, with their behavior or with their words, sort of convey to us like we are not good enough. And what happens is our ego sort of brings up these defenses. So this week, it's time for you to finally pull down those walls and really give everything a benefit of the doubt, and just surround yourself with that warm blanket and just give yourself that little bit of healing, because this week is just going to be a beautiful one for you. So let go of that defensiveness this week and just learn to live again. And oh my god, so fitting, I couldn't have asked for a better card. So with your self-care one, this is about the burning bowl ritual. So anything that doesn't belong, light that fire safely with all the regulations and write on a piece of paper everything that you need to release and just burn that paper. You can also just flush that paper in water, but because you have the burning ritual, just set fire to it. So this might actually help in your healing process, and not only in terms of healing, for whatever your future plans are, this can sort of, put you in that right frame of mind to sort of take that next step. Again, this is very beautifully combined. I love when cards work together with a temperance card. This is about your dreams, but still with a little bit of practicality. So this burning bowl ritual is really talking about that balance that you need to set. You are very clear now, or you are ready to heal in your life, and you're sort of ready for that next week. Also, what I get is creation of that vision board, or just working on, manifesting things more strongly. But the very first thing is healing, and healing sometimes come with these writing rituals. I believe in this 100%. Every full moon, this is something that I always do. So let go of things that don't belong, let go of past memories, let go of all the past energies, because you, my friend, are ready to begin again, is what I'm getting here. Beautiful week coming in. I'm really happy for you guys for this week. Go easy on yourself, go gentle on yourself. Don't forget to embody that going with the flow this week. Okay, I shall leave you with this, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye. Hello everyone, and welcome back. If you've chosen pile 2, this is what your reading is going to be for the coming week. Let us just take out the cards first and let us see what's coming in for you. Okay, so you have inspiration, step out of your comfort zone, give your relationship a chance. All right, from your tarot cards, you have Hierophant and 6 of Wands. Very nice. From your flowers, Cherry Blossom, again one of my really favorite flower, and Boronia. And we have 2 more cards for your relationship, and along with that we also have what you need to surrender and your self-care. Alright, so we shall start off with your tarot cards, and the very first one here we have Eight of Swords. Now, Eight of Swords for me is all about limitations. It's all about feeling blocked. It is all about feeling like, you are in that tight corner and there's nothing you can do about it. But that's actually not the case. A lot of times, this is sort of a situation that lies in our head. We sort of feel like, okay, there's nothing I can do, I'm pretty helpless, but that is not your situation. And the reason for this is you also have stepped out of your comfort zone. So for me, when I'm reading this card, Eight of Swords is like you are very much stuck in your comfort zone and now you are urged to sort of step out of it. So there is sort of a need to sort of meditate a bit as to what you can do, what the next right step is for you. There is a need to sort of ground and center yourself and really, let go of this energy of Eight of Swords and bring yourself back into alignment with who you are as a person. This is all about letting go of energies that no longer serve you. Really ground yourself, spend some time in nature, center yourself, just sit with yourself. And again, this two cards here for me are very much interlinked. Of course, the Hierophant is about traditions, it's about following the rules, it is all about spirituality. So if you can give that spiritual dimension of your life a little bit of a try this week, maybe try a little bit of meditation, just ground yourself, like center yourself. Even if you don't want to try meditation, you need to sort of, get into that deep zone within yourself where you know that you are very much a capable being. Because what I sense is you need that certain bit of inspiration is what I get here. Possibly for a couple of you have already crossed a lot of mountains, you have already crossed a lot of hurdles, and you are now sort of sitting at the top looking at the view and wondering what is the next step, like what next, what more can I do. But the impression that I get here is you are gonna succeed getting out of the zone, because this Hierophant energy, the energy of grounding and centering, is going to be working out in your favor, and you are going to be taking that next step forward in this next week. Also, what I see is once you step out of this energy, once you are rejuvenated, once you're grounded, you are centered, you will be going all out there and accomplishing great things. Of course, with the accomplishing great things, there is also a Six of Wands. So if there is some sort of an achievement coming in, again with the inspiration card, there is already something that you've achieved, so for you it's like just building up to that next level. Once you reach the top, you realize like, okay, what next? But there is always a next mountain to climb. There is again a beautiful view, so you shouldn't really be sticking to one place, or you shouldn't really be celebrating your accomplishment too much. I am all for celebrating yourself. I am all for celebrating whatever it is that you've achieved. But my intention for you guys behind this reading is to step beyond that accomplishment and try and accomplish something more, because clearly what your cards are saying, you have the capacity to have a greater level of success than what you currently have. Also, what I have here is do not fear yourself and do not doubt the new path. It sometimes happens, especially when people have accomplished a certain level of things. They sort of worry about public approval. They sort of worry about what if I fail. But there is no failure for you. So, don't really let your doubts hold you back. Don't let your fears hold you back, because now is not the time to fear. Because you have a lot to conquer, because a lot more accomplishment, a lot more success needs to be coming in. Again, the message from the flower one, the cherry blossom, is again that of grounding and centering. So for you guys to be ready for that next journey, to sort of take up that next challenge, to really move out of that comfort zone, you need a plan, is what I'm getting here. So when you center yourself, when you walk the traditional path, when you ground yourself, it is a time for you to sort of gain that clarity. And that clarity is going to be coming to you. Because for you guys, this week is not much about a lot of activity. but it is about centering yourself and preparing yourself for the next journey. But along with that, I also want to tell you there can be a message of accomplishment coming in. There can be like, you've passed an interview, you've passed a test, there's something that you've accomplished, possibly some amount of success coming in, some sort of financial success coming in, and you're really happy about it. So this is like also a cause for celebration, is also something that I get. Like I was saying, you're building up on something. You're already very successful in whatever you do. You just have to step out of your comfort zone and go for that next level. Coming to your relationship, this talks about giving your relationship a chance. This is talking about really working on your partnership. So this is telling me that you need to go that extra mile when it comes to your partner. You need to step out of that comfort zone, especially if you're single and if you want a potential partner. Firstly, decide what it is that you want, ground yourself, center yourself, really sort of understand what is it that really sort of suits your lifestyle, is what I'm getting for a couple of you. And what suits you as a person is also something that I'm getting. So especially if you're single, once you make these choices, it's time for you to step out of that comfort zone, to really go out there and find that relationship that is right for you. In committed relationship, of course, if you are stuck in a rut or your relationship is just working on a pattern, like you're waking up, you're making breakfast, lunch, dinner, end of the day, there is something you need to do to spice up your relationship. That is what is coming in. It also tells you to sort of, now is the time to look into yourself deeply, look at your relationships deeply. Are you doing everything you can? Is your partner doing everything you can? Is what I'm getting here. Also, for a couple of you, this could be about really looking closely at your relationships in your life. And what they speak about you as a person is also something that you need to look at. Because the sense I get is, for a couple of you, you are looking at things only from the surface. You need to get a little bit more deeper, is what I'm getting. So especially when it comes to singles, if you've met somebody new and you are like, oh my god, this is the person, I'm going to marry him and all of that, you need to look a little bit more deeper into the person. And also you have celebrations. So there is definitely something to celebrate about, especially with the Six of Wands. Possibly this could be about your relationship. There is something to celebrate. This could just be celebrating your relationship, celebrating each other, but there could also be a special occasion like a proposal probably, but something good is happening when it comes to your relationship. For singles especially, this could be you meeting somebody, and especially for arranged marriages, which is very common in the Asian cultures, that is also something that could be happening. But there is a celebratory occasion that is coming when it comes to your relationship. We will take up what you need to surrender. So frustrations is definitely something that is coming in. So it again really ties wonderfully with the Eight of Swords. So if you are in this energy where you feel like you're stuck, it's time to release that, because it is clearly just in your mind and you really need to move ahead of it. Get out of your comfort zone, really let go of that frustration and enter that center within you where you feel like you can connect with yourself and you can really sort of transform your energy. And the next thing that I have here is movement. Again, step out of your comfort zone. So this could be taking up a physical exercise, this could be going for a walk, this could be Tai Chi, any exercise that calls to you. You should be sort of moving your body this week. Dance if you want to, anything that involves movement, because of course you need to ground and center yourself. So taking care of your body, or try yoga possibly. So that is what is coming in for you guys this week. So yeah, step out of your comfort zone and do something fun for yourself is what I'm gonna leave you with. And I shall see you again in my next one. Till then, bye bye. Hello everyone, and if you have chosen pile 3, these are your messages for the coming week. So we'll just take all the cards first and see what they have to say. Okay. Okay, now I see what's happening. Alright. From your flowers, you have Dahlia, Tulip, one of my favorites. Again, I have two more cards for you from your romance angels. And again, I have your what do you need to surrender and your self-care. So, just going to shift this a little bit. Okay. To begin with your tarot cards, we have the devil. So there is some attachment coming in. There are some addictions. Possibly this could be habits that you've grown really attached to. This could just also be like obsessive behavior. Possibly you are sort of stuck in a rut and you're like really obsessing about certain things in your life. Or you are just deeply attached in an unhealthy way to something. This could be a way of living, this could be a person, this could be an object, this could also be, substances for that matter. But for you guys, it is necessary that you actively sort of take yourself out from that zone, because you also have the Hanged Man. So you sort of need that clarity in your life to sort of move away from this zone. Because the Hanged Man is all about a different perspective. It's about looking at situations from a different point of view. This is also my card of enlightenment. So this is like you possibly, really moving away from this zone, because once you seek that clarity, you also have the King of Swords, and King of Swords is a very decisive energy. So this is about leadership, it is about using your intelligence, it is using your mind and really taking your life in a different direction. So I think what is happening is you guys sort of realize this could just be daily patterns, especially because of lockdown, we are at home, so we develop some unhealthy habits. So this is like you realizing that you need to consciously move away from that direction, gaining that clarity, getting that breakthrough is also something that I see here, because you have the breakthrough card, and this breakthrough especially makes sense because of the King of Swords and Hanged Man. Once you get that clarity, once you are set in your mind and you're very intentional about things, you reach that breakthrough and you are sort of moving away from this unhealthy situation. This is also speaking to you about showing the world the real you. So this could also be obsessive behaviors like I am not good enough, I can never do this. Those dialogues in our mind that keep us attached to certain things, those blockages that keep us from taking that first next step is also that is something I'm really seeing here. So show the world the real you. Whatever it is that you are, you need to come out of that shell is what I'm getting. You need to get out of this energy of the devil that is holding you back in life, and you need to break through out of it in the coming week. Show the world the real you, because you are very capable. You just have that King of Swords energy with you, a very powerful energy at that is what I'm getting here. And also what I have here is courage. You have courage, you have breakthrough. So this is really talking to me about breaking molds. This is talking to me about finally realizing that I am good enough, that I can do whatever it is that I can set my mind to. You are possibly getting that fresh set of inspiration is also something that I'm seeing. And you are now moving forward with a very intentional frame of mind is also something that I'm getting here. But what I'm really happy about with your reading is, with the devil, you also have the capacity to get out of it. And you are really doing that. And again with the Dahlia, it says you have what it takes. So whatever you want to do next, whatever the next step is that you want to take, showing the world the real you. So this really speaks to me about what dreams you have, what you want to go out there and accomplish. This could just be your own project, this could be making that mark on your career, or this could just be you living your best life. But you have what it takes and you are worthy of what you desire. So whatever inspirations are coming to you next, or whatever desire you have towards building this beautiful life for yourself, once you sort of gain that clarity, once you sort of get that courage, you are really going to go all out there and sort of work towards making this life happen for you. So this is like a really powerful week. This is like, you breaking the chains, you breaking those shackles of limited belief and moving towards your dreams, moving towards the life you've always wanted to live very rapidly, because you have the courage card. So this really speaks to me. You are tired of all the nonsense, you're all tired of all the things that you've held yourself from is also what I'm getting here. Because what is very interesting is when I look at this energy, especially with the shadow aspect, in the background and the red color. So this is about stepping out of your shadows. This is about leaving your dark past behind. This is about leaving your shadow self behind and really walking into light, really accepting yourself, really feeling that courage deep within you and moving forward is what I really get with this card. It's a very powerful stage coming in with your life is what I'm getting here, because once you gain that clarity, honestly, there is nothing stopping you. We come to your relationship. Again, you have that codependency along with the devil card in your reading. This really speaks to me about codependency in relationship, having an unhealthy pattern of relationship. You could be possibly very attached to your partner, or the way you relate to your partner could be slightly unhealthy. Possibly you've forgotten who you are and who your partner is. That boundary between two people is sort of blurred between you. So now is this time to sort of consciously become aware of the fact that your relationship might be heading into slight unhealthy patterns. This is nothing negative as such. There are times when we are so much into each other, especially because we've all been indoors, and the habits that we develop, the patterns that we develop then can be slightly unhealthy is what I'm getting here. The next thing is support. Of course, you might need a little bit of support when it comes to relationship, or this, like I said, you could be in a zone where you want to do everything to your partner, you want to have and be everything for your partner, but you need to also sort of focus on yourself, focus on what you want, focus on what your needs are right now. Again, when it comes to singles, the impression that I get is you sort of have unhealthy image of what a partner is like. This could also be you still clinging to an ex, or the way you look at relationship right now is not healthy. So you need to really sit with yourself and really work towards what you need in your life, what you want from your life, and really focus on what a right relationship is going to be like for you. Okay, that is something that I'm really getting here. Next, we will come to what do you need to surrender. So surrender your ego. This is surrendering false beliefs about yourself. This is surrendering limitations about yourself. This could be you building walls around you because of some past hurt or something, but those walls need to go. Your ego needs to come down, and you need to have a certain bit of honesty is what I'm getting here. Again, this speaks to me very much about that devil energy. So you really need to surrender your ego this week is what I'm getting. And the next thing that we have when your self-care comes is family. Again, relating to your family is also something that I'm really getting here, or just spending time with your family to feel good, to feel connected, and just to be happy once again. Okay, this could be mending bonds for a couple of people, or this could just be visiting family that you've not seen in a long time, or just speaking to them over the phone, or a Zoom call is also good enough. But from your self-care this week, we have the family. So that's it from me when it comes to your weekly readings. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and leave a thumbs up if you like what I'm doing. And I shall see you in my next one. Till then, bye-bye.